into football, loves football. Family's not all about it. He can put his head on the pillow at the end of a night of a loss, but he can also recall the number of times he's done that in his entire life. And the number of times he's done it in his entire life could be eclipsed by the number of losses he has by Thanksgiving. And we'll see how that all goes.
Maybe October.
And so he is a unicorn. Married at 21, coming into the pros, ready to roll. One of the best talents you've seen in college football. Throwing, passing, tall, strong. Damn it, the Jets should have just lost every friggin' game this year. And I knew I
You sucked back in. You had flip-flopped.
No, I hadn't flip-flopped.
No, but I mean flip-flopped in the sense that you were all in on Wilson and you were ready and you accepted your fate.
No. What it is tunnel vision. We're all in it. Every Jet fan's in it. We're all in it. Watching BYU pro days. Getting ready to learn about Mormons. Seriously. Like trying to honestly, we're in because that's the guy we're going to get.
Should we get Mitt Romney on the show just to give us
bring us up to speed?
Just to
I think he's
Mormon
I think he's a little too busy for that.
Okay. Yeah.
But honestly, so I'm not thinking about that. That's the way that ship passed. I went through a morning when the Jets came here to Los Angeles and beat the Rams, and then still held out hope somehow that Gardner Minshew would pull off some sort of Smokey and the Bandit type, crazy magic. And
we haven't even talked about his photos recently.
I know.
But
and so just thinking he could pull one of them off, just one of them, and then the Jets went ahead and beat the Browns because the Browns, 19 of them got COVID.
Right.
And then decided with wide receivers that had never played the game to throw it 50 times instead of handing it off to their dynamite running. I mean, don't even get me started.
Be careful.
But then I went through and I told you though, Chris, I told the audience at the time, I told everyone that it's still going to be difficult to watch Trevor Lawrence hold up the jersey with Roger Goodell. And the fact that he's going to spare me that actual vision in person because he's staying at home,
right,
which Michael Rosenberg's piece gives you an idea as to that's a no-brainer decision for him. That's what he would do, certainly since I'm sure there's a limit on the number of people that could be brought to Ohio and participate because of, what's going on in the world. But I told you it was still going to be tough. And when the Jets take on whomever, if Zach Wilson isn't the guy, it'll all eyes on Jacksonville. And I truly mean it. The guy's going to be an international star. Yeah. The Jaguars are the team of London in the same way that we here in America never understood why the French loved Jerry Lewis so much. Even though many of us did, but he was literally the Charlie Chaplin of France. The Jaguars are the team of London. There's a lot of people in London who love all NFL teams and are very passionate about all NFL teams. It's like, the United Nations, like a Benetton commercial. When people walk into Wembley, they're wearing everybody's jersey. But Jacksonville is front and center in the mind's eye of the international community. And it's going to be tough. And when I hear what a unicorn he is, he would have been perfect for New York. I don't want to hear any of that garbage. Eli Manning, married young, fresh, great stock. He was great in New York. Let everything roll off his back. Sounds like what this kid's going to do. And all he's got to speak to is one newspaper.
All right, I'm putting up a poll question.
No, it's just what? Is Rich going to go crazy between now and the draft?
Nope.
Because Zach Wilson is the guy that the Jets fans are all in on. And we're all in on it. We're learning about him. But every now and then when we talk about Trevor Lawrence, it's going to be what the hell? That could have been it. And Zach Wilson he'll be battling that eventually too. He's got a lot on his plate. But if he turns out to be the next Sam Darnold, who turned out to be the next... You can't even say he was the next Mark Sanchez out of USC because Sanchez made 2 AFC championship games in back-to-back years. Yeah. Darnold didn't even come see him and sniff the playoffs. Last time the Jets sniffed the playoffs was when Fitzmagic had a turnover palooza in Western New York against the Bills in Week 17 of that year.
Fitzmagic
palooza. Not even Fitzmagic worked for the Jets.
He won
all
10
16 games.
though.
I know that.
All right, so at Rich
You gotta
Eisen
win
Show,
11.
poll question. Who makes the playoffs first? Jaguars with Lawrence, Jets with Zach Wilson.
Come on, you know what the answer to a poll question like that's going to be. Come on.
No, I don't.
All right. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.